Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Corey Stewart. I just wanted to give you a little campaign update. The last 48 hours has really been kind of interesting. We've been absolutely, and I have actually been personally attacked very viciously by these celebrities, these so-called celebrities. Some of them, they think they're celebrities, and they're actually nobody's ever heard of them, but some of them are real-life celebrities on Twitter. I'm not a very big Twitter person, so I did go on there and check out some of these attacks. But let me just tell you something, folks. And people ask me, am I angry at some of these politicians who, have endorsed my opponent, or in one case, pulled their endorsement of me because of some of the controversies that I've been involved in to defend Virginia heritage and to defend the destruction of these memorials, these historic monuments? And my answer is no. I'm not angry. I'm not angry because I don't see it that way. But the way I do see it, and having been in politics now since 2003, having been chairman of the Board of Supervisors in the second largest locality, and there's one that's very common, and that is the person who just goes along to get along. There's one thing a celebrity fears, the same that a politician fears, and that is we fear public ridicule, embarrassment, even more than we fear losing. But there's a safe spot, right? And the safe spot is, well, if you just go along to get along, if you do what everybody else is doing, and you don't take any chances, well, then you're probably not going to be ridiculed or embarrassed. But that doesn't take courage. And that doesn't ultimately change anything. And so that is why, frankly, I have forced myself to stand up against the grain, even when it means embarrassment, even when it means some really heinous personal attacks, because I don't want to go through this. I've got better things to do with my life. I live a great life here, and I live in a great home. I've got a great family. I've got a good income. But and in politics, this is just a lot of pain. But if you don't do anything with it, if you're not going to change anything, so then my question is, well, why even be there? So I just want to let you know something. Every man has fear, and I do too. I am a great admirer of the greatest generation, those who fought in World War II, and I'm a great admirer of everybody who's seen combat duty, everyone who's served in our armed forces, but especially those who saw combat, and I love talking to them. And I remember this World War II vet. He's now passed. He was in Iwo Jima, and I asked him, what was going through your mind when you're in the attack and you see your buddies getting killed? And he said, well, I'll tell you something. He said it a little bit more different than this, but he basically said, everyone faces fear, and you have to overcome it. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to back down. I've never backed down, and I'm not going to back down. And I do fear the ridicule. I do fear the embarrassment of standing up and people calling me all these horrible, horrible things. Saying things that are absolutely, and everyone who knows me knows that it's not true. But here's what the left has been doing. Now think about this for a minute. They are now switching to anybody who is a conservative, and especially anybody who stands against this movement to tear down historical monuments. They're calling us white supremacists. It's a ludicrous thing. And so what they're really trying to do is intimidate public officials like myself and other politicians and celebrities from standing in the way of that. I ask for your support and your help because really it's not about me. It's not about any politician. It's about all of us together to stand against the grain, to stand up and do the right thing, even in the face of ridicule. So, by the way, John, I see your comment, and I completely agree. These are not symbols of racism. These are not symbols of slavery. These are part of our history. And even if you don't like that history, You never tear it down. Some people say, well, what about this just blatantly racist, symbol, this monument down in New Orleans? Well, first of all, my feeling about that is, well, then explain that part of history, what was going on. What was going on in the South in that period of time that would have caused the erection of that monument. Don't tear it down. As soon as you tear it down, you lose the memory of it. You forget history. And what you forget, you will soon repeat. We must stand strong. I ask for your support. I'm not going to back down. Please don't back down either. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go to my website, CoreyStewart.com, if you wish to help. It's going to come down to the ground game. We need you to volunteer, knock on doors, make phone calls, or contribute. And any American can do that, no matter where you're at, whether you're in Virginia or whether you're in Minnesota or whether you're in the state of Washington. It doesn't matter. But anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. We'll talk to you later.